is it a good idea or it's a good strategy for operator to have multi-clouds? Like, do you think this is the trend happening now?
It is a good strategy, but it is easier said than done, let's say. So it is a good strategy, and ideally you would want to have your, for example, main and disaster recovery data centers on completely two different providers in completely two different regions, and so on. But it's easier said than done with the current state of telco applications. There is still a lot of dependency and interlink between the application and the running infrastructures. And to be honest, the cloud providers are not created equal. They offer different APIs for different services. They offer different capabilities that sometimes the application, when I say application, is maybe the 5G core or maybe the whatever, is relying on. And by the way, it even applies in cases where hardware acceleration is required, because some functions require hardware acceleration, and you could find that specific hardware acceleration that is supported by the application in Azure, but you cannot find it in AWS and vice versa. So it is a good strategy, but it is easier said than done. I don't think that we are at a state of maturity at the application level where you will be easily able to put your even, I would say, non-core telco applications, even if you want to put some like subscriber database, like an HSS or something like that, in two different public clouds, or in a public cloud and a private cloud. It's not that simple yet. That's my answer, but it is in general a good strategy. I see another question, Karim, if you don't mind, that I would like to pick up about the European telcos asking for the OTTs to share the cost of the infrastructure. I think this is a very interesting question. If you don't mind,
Please.
I think it's wrong fundamentally, because the reality is that the cause of the problem that the European and global telcos are facing today is of their own making. If telcos didn't jump into all-you-can-eat kind of plans, they wouldn't be facing this problem today. Demand is never a bad thing. And what OTTs are driving for telcos is demand. Traffic growth is demand. And if the OTTs don't exist, telco networks would be useless. We would be still running 12 megabits and 16 megabits of speed to your house and so on. We are today where we are, where you can easily get a 1 gig connection at home, depending, of course, on where you live, and multi-gig in some other countries, is because of the demand coming from the OTTs. So telcos need to be thanking these guys for generating demand for their business, because otherwise they wouldn't have a business model. Why would we have 5G if the biggest or most complex application needs only 20, 30 kilobits per second of throughput? Why? Why do you need it? You don't need it. So it's a fundamentally wrong proposition that they are putting. They put themselves in a very bad corner because they offered all-you-can-eat price plans. They are not able to go back on that. And now they're just trying to pin the blame on somebody else, while in reality, the OTTs are the reason for the existence of telco today, in reality, right? So in some countries, nobody uses voice calls anymore. It's all about data, right? And everything is OTT. So I don't know. I think it's a twisted logic. I hope that European Union regulators don't buy into this false notion. I'll call it that.